The black screen controversy. What is it? What does it mean? Who did it? Why?
Hold my drink.
Say why? Why is the question?
Yeah. Now we all get to talk about it with the man himself.
All right, I guess we'll back up a little bit. And I guess a 7 Days to Die episode came out.
A Horde Night.
A Horde Night episode.
It was my big day.
Neebs' Horde base that
was
did
like-
wonderfully.
It was like my quinceañera.
Yeah. So many people.
It was so good.
So many people were hoping that your quinceañera would fail. I don't
Well,
know
they
if
were
really did that.
predicting it would.
Yeah, they really were. They said this
So
is a
many
joke.
predictions about
Yeah,
how this
so
is
many.
going to fail.
My base that I call the zombie drop.
Yeah,
It worked.
Great job.
It worked great.
it did. And the timing of how long it worked was perfect because, like, it legit started falling. That one side fell right at the very end. Like, it was light now. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful base. But I guess that episode came out and had some editing choices that lit a fire in the comments section.
Which is crazy.
Some would call
It's
it
not
an
crazy.
inferno.
No, it's not.
You're
It's
the,
not
only,
crazy.
you're the only person that thinks, well, you
It
and
is crazy.
10 people in the comments.
It is
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay.
Editing is art. Art is subjective. And you to say it's crazy makes me want to slap you.
No, it's not crazy that people were commenting on it because it
Yeah.
was
No,
very like
no,
as
no.
you're watching it,
That's
it is
what-
very.
That's not what Neebs just said.
distracting.
Oh, okay. I was going with, I don't think it's crazy that
Said it was
people.
No.
crazy that I did the black cuts.
That's what you were
No.
saying, that he.
No, I think it was about what you were saying. What you were saying was crazy.
What did I say that was crazy?
I don't know. I wish I could rewind it and hear it.
That art's subjective, editing's art.
No,
No, it was
well, here's
before
the
that.
thing.
That was your
No,
answer to
That's
it.
reasonable.
Whenever it's a new art that people are like, I'm going to go to this exhibit because I love Duralis's cuts. But it's never like that. And then they're in their show. They're used to seeing a certain way. And now they can't really focus on the story.
Did that
because they're
really-
like, wait, did my computer just break?
Did that really
Oh, it's
take you
back.
out? Yeah. Because
completely.
you could hear audio over the black.
No. When it goes black,
Yeah.
the
I had
sound-
No.
audio over it.
I know.
Like sometimes our dialogue over it.
Yeah, no, I know. It was still black, though. Sometimes screens go out and you hear shit.
Yeah, it went to
Yeah.
the music.
No,
Yeah.
it's like,
No,
'cause
there was one
brrrr.
time it went to black where I thought, wait, did the video just shut off?
Perfect.
I had that too. That's what you want.
Fucking perfect.
Okay,
should've
so
put
what were you
commercial
going?
in.
That's what then. Where I'm curious on what you were
Man, okay.
then just going for. That's
So-
all, because I didn't feel it, and a lot of the times, as someone who has edited
Well, get
before,
better headphones.
I think
All right.
I knew what you were going
No.
for. I just don't think it.
Oh, yeah, I fucking crushed it. So
Okay.
when I started editing it and I started finding these songs and I was like laying it in, I was adding movement to almost every shot, like everything to the beat. And
You're
it was
making a
getting in
music
that-
video.
Getting into that flow, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we were just in that one spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like more contained than we normally are for a Horde Night in certain cases. And sometimes would dump out to other places,
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
We were pinned
so
in.
I was just like adding, and it was a long night. It was like the Horde Nights since 1.0 dropped, they stay pretty damn consistent. I
Yeah,
have-
they go. Yeah, I think they just go
They-
until
they
it's
do
done. They used
just
to like
go.
stop at a certain like once you killed a certain amount of zombies, it seemed like no,
Yeah.
we're done now.
Yeah. So when I started editing it and I started like just kind of feeling this flow, and I remember like sharing it with my girl every now and then. I was like, oh God, I'm getting into this fucking cut. I was like really enjoying it, and like
Yeah.
I'd have her watch. I do little test exports and stuff like that and watch it. It's like I'm going to stick with that shit. Because
Yeah.
I liked it. And every now and then the beat would drop or hit at a certain point, and like you hear like a boo, like whatever. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do that. It just felt dramatic to me.
Yeah.
Apparently
Yeah,
it
and-
made people's heads hurt.
right?
But then I'm
There
like,
was
God.
Well,
you
there were some
fucking-
moments at work. Like there was a moment where I think a zombie falls and lands on a spike,
That one.
and it goes
that
to
one
black. That's wonderful.
Worked.
Great, thanks.
But there was
But he was obviously going for something different. Going.
yeah, I say yeah. There were other ones that didn't work, and I think that's
All
what,
the other
But
ones.
they did to me. I watched it
Okay,
over and over.
great.
Like, I'm not you, Astro. You know what I mean?
I
like,
didn't say you
no.
were.
yeah,
No,
but
no.
like they
No,
didn't.
but that's
you
where
were
it
in a
come-
mood.
But
they
when,
didn't. No, they didn't
I'm not
work
in a
for.
mood. But you
We're
just
attacking him.
said
I
it
can
didn't
understand
work.
why he's.
Yes.
And in my mind, it fucking worked.
If it worked, there would be more comments about how it worked.
Well,
I
there-
just
and the
snapshotted a
majority-
ton
there
of them.
were.
The majority of the comments were not that.
Right.
I completely
snapshot-
get where you're going with this, because
Yeah.
it's a matter of going, okay, just because a majority of the people might have the opinion of, I don't like this choice that you made, that doesn't and shouldn't validate
The entire
the
edit?
entire people that, and
The
also
entire edit as a
and
whole
hold
is
on,
really good.
It was
and
great
the other
edit.
people
Yeah.
that did enjoy it, because let's not act like they didn't. Just because
they're
they
wrong,
might be the
apparently.
minority doesn't mean that. Yeah, this is just your creative choice.
Yeah,
I
I
get
loved
it.
it.
I personally didn't feel what you were feeling at all, but I understand that you obviously did, because otherwise you'd have to be a psychopath to put something in that you genuinely did
Yeah,
fucking
like, that doesn't
really
work.
like.
Yeah.
Check.
It's just
I watched it so many times.
yeah, now I feel like I have to go watch it again to really try, because when I did see it, it was jarring to me.
Yeah.
So like I didn't get in the flow, and once you get that mindset of like, what the fuck is this going on for? Then every other time moving forward, when it happened, I was feeling it more.
More and
You know
more.
what I'm saying?
'Cause that's how I was. I was like, oh, it
But
happened again. I'm like,
that's
oh my
because
God.
I
They
wasn't
keep coming.
but I wasn't feeling it or going into it with like, I really would like to watch it now with a different mindset and go, I want to really try to find what zone you were in. Because
Right.
sometimes watching shit, I'll watch something that I'll be like 4 years earlier, I'm like, I fucking did not like this show at all. And then I go back and like, oh, people, it's really good. And then I watch it 4 years later. I'm like, actually, I really like the show.
Yeah.
So,
Fair.
you know, it's one of those things where
It's subjective.
it is subjective. But if I had to vote right now and say, don't ever do that again, if I don't find it, I'd say, hell yeah, don't ever do
Yeah.
that again.
Yeah, I would say
Because
yeah.
I didn't
That
feel
would-
it.
My vote would be the same.
But-
I know yours would be.
But that's
My
all.
vote's that.
So I'm just,
yeah, and I knew
I'm-
yours would be.
I'm throwing that out
But
there.
if
Like,
80% of the audience feels that way,
Right.
what do you think?
I think it's not 80. I think it's probably 50.
Oh, I'd love to
Oh,
see
wow.
a poll. I would
I
love
yeah,
mean,
I
it
would,
would
yeah,
be-
we need to do a poll.
and you know what?
Holy shit.
I think we should.
Yeah.
And that's never a poll has ever
So
been needed
snowflake
more.
or not snowflake?
Yes,
No,
that's
now
what the
that's-
poll
right?
says.
That's
your
me.
defense.
that now it seems like you're jumping on their side, me being the mediator, and go, that's a ridiculous thing.
No,
to say.
I'm just being dumb.
But it is opinion. But
Yeah.
I totally get the whole.
Artistically,
Well-
I stand
no
by
one
it.
was asked in the comments to say they hated it.
Yeah,
It
it's
just-
true.
it was just a
No.
thing that
or
happened.
to say that they loved it.
It
I
was
get
a
it. Look, George
reoccurring
Lucas
role.
stands by episode 1. He's wrong. Episode 1 is trash.
He doesn't think so, but you know.
But again, he doesn't think so, and that's fine.
But
That's
also-
George's opinion.
Here's another
Right.
thing that,
But
that
then
the
so is
audience
ours. Go on.
assumed, because Aztecia ran a second spectator cam just in case, to have a backup shot of whenever we lose an angle or we need an extra angle.
Yep.
And hers was just stationary for the entire horde.
Yep.
And she thought, hey, this would be cool. Let's put this on the dumpster. Just nothing added. Everyone thought, because the comments were so harsh in the video, that was done.
Maybe 3 people thought that.
And
Oh yeah, was this one of
Yeah.
his exaggerating
Of course it
moments?
is.
That's a
Yeah.
super extra
Because
exaggeration.
it goes on his side.
yeah, but
Right.
But there was a big thing in the comments like, oh, they did this because that
Like
edit
3
was so
people.
bad.
Yeah.
That was not why we put it up. And
Okay,
But
I
there was a
didn't
lot of
think
comments
people
about
would.
that.
Really?
yeah.
Do you want to do the comments part now? Did you pull out some?
Oh,
'Cause
you
I've
wanna-
got some.
You
Oh,
want to
we're
hear
going to
some?
talk about the comments.
Well, the first two, the top comments are, the cuts to black get really annoying. Took me out of the excitement. And then right below that, good bass, fun video, bad black screens.
Right.
Is there? Can you sort by like the most upvotes?
I don't think.
Well, I
so.
mean, usually it's like earlier comments
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to do
because more people see those. So you know how this works.
just a poll. That'll do it, right? What do you want to? Are you trying to tally like our comments here?
No, a poll would probably have to be in the in this video in the description
No,
box
it
of
would
this
be.
podcast.
I'm just
Okay.
saying we'll do a poll. But what are you saying so we could try to find these comments easier? I thought
Well,
you were
we
saying
got
something
some
Oh no, I was
comments.
just saying. I was just asking if you could sort comments by the most upvoted.
Yeah, but then I was saying that most
Right.
upvoted was probably an earlier seen comment that people would
Probably, yeah.
react to.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you to our sponsor, Venice AI. And by now, I'm sure you've heard of DeepSeek, who created AI that rivals ChatGPT at a fraction of its cost. And now it's the #1 app on most app stores. But every conversation you have through their app gets stored on Chinese servers and subject to Chinese censorship. But if you want to test out DeepSeek's power without sharing all your conversations with Beijing, then let me recommend our sponsor, Venice AI. And they're a generative AI platform that is private and permissionless. And they utilize leading OpenAI source AI models to deliver text, code, and image generation to your web browser. And there's no downloads and no installation of anything. And since DeepSeek made their model open source, the peeps at Venice AI were able to edit it to keep it private and remove any bias injection or censorship. My experience with Venice AI has been great. It's been my new go-to for avoiding searching anywhere else. And if you want to try Venice AI, you don't even need to create an account. You just go to our link, VeniceAI/Neebscast, and start chatting. And if you want access to a completely private and censorship-less DeepSeek model and other amazing features, you can use our link, VeniceAI/Neebscast, and code Neebscast to get 20% off a pro plan. What are you waiting for? Go check them out. Thank you, Venice AI.
You want to hit us with a good one, Dry? So
I wish I can read the whole
Yeah,
title
okay.
of where it's from. Okay, you going to go?
Well, I don't care what anyone says. I thought the black cuts with the music went hard as fuck. Great job, Dora. The voice line in the last black before the drop was perfect. Go ahead, Neebs. What you got?
Oh, I wasn't looking anymore. Let's see. Why does it keep cutting to black? WTF?
All right, and then I'll counter with bunch of old farts complaining about the black screen. It's part of the music. Observe the music and the beat, and you'll realize it was perfectly edited.
There you go.
There you go. Can't argue with that.
And at
You will.
MHO says, good bass, fun video, bad black screens. But I totally hear you there. You got to listen to the...
This one's a
go
good-
back and listen to music.
A good PS on a comment. PS, I see what people are saying about the black screen transitions. I don't know, sort of like it. Heaven forbid you guys change it up in the bedroom every once in a while. Ha ha.
Good
Heaven
comment.
forbid, you old farts.
Yeah.
Good. Hey.
I'm old.
I'm old. That
I
has
am too.
nothing to do with it. I don't think the old has anything to do
No,
with
because
it.
I like
Obviously.
those kind of edits. You know, especially like I think would have worked better is because if you're having to have really good headphones to hear what's happening underneath, I think it needs to be mixed so that people on their TV can hear it. But also maybe go to a slow motion moment where it's like because we had lots of DP hits of zombies getting thrown off the bridge.
That'd have been nice. That would have been nice.
Slow motion fall
For sure.
and then right back into it.
It would have been nice.
Yeah, but
I agree.
But yeah, I felt like the first couple of times I was like, oh wait, yeah, screen's off. What's happening? Then afterward,
We're pulling this tech here.
I couldn't help but think, why is he doing this so much after that?
Hey, I backed you up on that. So it's gonna be
Do you
fine.
think there's a chance your girl would lie to you?
Yes.
yeah.
She might not like
well,
it either.
the thing is, I don't think she was lying to me. I think she could see how passionate I was about it.
She didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Right.
Maybe.
That's nice.
Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can if she wants to get her true feelings out though. We'll send her a link to the poll.
I love how this was topic number 1 on this podcast.
Yep. 4N on 4. Yo, Dora, this edit on Horde Night was dope. More of this, please.
There you go. More black screens are coming.
It's going to be a black episode coming.
Just the whole episode.
The whole episode, yeah. You visualize it. You're like reading a book now. It's an audio
It's a
book.
7 Days to Die visual novel.
But Darius, the episode as a whole,
I thought it was
really
good.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's a great episode.
Yeah.
And how many
it's-
how many cuts to black were there?
An ungodly amount.
How
Okay,
many?
yeah, but
Yeah.
without
How many?
exaggerating, do you know how many? What would your estimation be?
I think I would expect there to be. I think a reasonable amount would have been like 4.
No,
Yep.
I
There were
think
there were
what-
4 or less.
Huh?
There were 4
There's
or
no
less.
way there
there
were
was
4
no
or
way.
less.
There was no more than 4.
It felt like 15.
Well, you're an old fart.
If there were only 4,
There were 4, and
that's
they were
shocking
short.
me right now because I mean I might have had a couple of beers
We
when I
gotta count
watched
these
it.
too.
If it's only 4, this is really kind of crazy that we're talking
That's
about.
why I think it's
If there are
ridiculous.
4, it's like that moment when you're in a car wreck
It's
and you're
supposed
like,
to feel
"Oh my
like
god, I feel like we fell for 15 minutes," but it was only like
Yeah, it was short.
Yeah, it was 4.
It's a great.
I think it was
that's
4.
a great
I
comparison.
didn't count them, but I'm guessing 4.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? It'd be interesting if you were really off.
I know I'm not really off.
So there's no way it's 7.
There's no fucking way. There's no way.
Is there
Estechio,
any way to find that out?
Do you have a second?
Could
All
you
right,
thank
thank
you?
you? And we'll
You're gonna
This
count.
would be. This
You're
is
the
gonna
best.
count. I mean,
We
this
got to
is
pull
a-
up the Premiere file and actually like go
It-
through it. Like,
You don't need the
count.
Premiere file. You just watch it.
Yeah,
She's right there.
Well, the
we can move
Premiere's-
on.
Premiere's a lot easier, but no, it would be.
It's true, but I'm not by my PC.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
but it makes all the difference in the world. Because they weren't black for long.
No, of course not. They were to the beat.
I know they were to the beat. That's what you're saying. And
Yeah.
for some reason, maybe, I don't know, I was just tuned out of the music and getting to the visual or
It
jarred.
feels like a
because
long time, though, because you're like, oh, my God, is my zipper down?
To you,
And it's,
to some people,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
And it's okay. We're going to get through this together.
Yep. And if
I
we
hope so.
do, all I know is we should probably have some sort of group on Wednesdays. I'm usually pretty good on Wednesday evenings. Maybe we can
Play
have like a
darts.
support group.
Yeah.
We'll play darts.
Drink, play
yeah,
some
not
darts.
For people
before
butthurt
darts.
by
Yeah,
it?
for people who are struggling with the episode still.
We'll get through it.
hey, we should have a therapist come in one day for the podcast.
I know just
That'd
the
be
one.
fun.
I know just the one.
We'll do therapy together, recorded.
But we'll talk like nicely here, or I will. I'll talk nicely here.
One of Gab's best friends. You met her.
We
Absolutely.
usually
The other night. Well, you.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know.
she's a therapist?
Well, yeah. She told you she was a therapist.
I was drunk that night.
Yeah.
Oh, she's joking.
Remember you asking her. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you're
yeah.
saying
You know what?
something?
Yeah, now it's all coming back to me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
That's a good one. He uses that a lot.
I'm always
That's-
I just remember her husband just because he's so funny sounding.
Oh, he is. Bless his heart, too. I love him. Love him.
Dora's got a neighbor that just talks real slow.
He does.
I like that.
But he's the sweetest man.
Oh, I love him. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I don't think I'd make a good therapist.
Man, that's
No,
a tricky.
I'm too judgmental. I'd be yelling at these idiots.
Because even therapists, they've got their life and they're broken as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, well,
Yeah.
I mean, they are.
I feel like a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
therapists are people that,
But need therapy?
yeah, like they're used to.
Everybody does. So to give advice, I stick up for them because people do want to just hear. I don't know.
I think therapy's a great thing for
I
people.
agree.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
I
just
do- I
need to
agree.
hear shit.
But
from
to
somebody
assume
else.
that they don't need it, and including the
No.
therapist, like I think your average therapist would say, yeah, I could use therapy too.
People are using AI for therapy now.
Right.
I've read those
Interesting.
articles of like, they're just there's AIs being trained to be therapists.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, to just come back with very smart and very positive ways
Just
to
listening.
look at,
Yeah.
yes, listening and also really getting basic advice. Like
Yeah.
some people just need to hear what
Yes.
they need to do at work. I'm really struggling with this person. Every once in a while, I imagine
That's where it gets
cutting their
tricky.
throat out and murdering them.
That's true.
Especially when you're dealing with someone specific, like you're like, hey, I work with this guy named Neebs, and you drive me nuts.
Right. And then
And
the-
AI knows nothing about Neebs.
No.
AI,
So,
AI just be like, hey, be nice. Do not murder your coworker. You can go to jail. And be
Yeah,
like,
which is
just
good
hearing
advice.
that-
That's what a therapist should say.
it's true.
Great
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised about the AI thing. Not a real big fan of it because you want a human person with a. This brings us to our sponsor. I'm kidding.
Actually, I
'Cause-
think we might be with BetterHelp this week.
Wait. I hope so.
We might actually.
That'd be
That's great.
amazing.
I hope so.
And if not, you know what? They are a sponsor of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Listen, I got
um,
lots of friends and family that talk to therapists. Really helps them out a lot. I
Yeah.
feel like I talk. I feel like the people around me are my therapy.
I feel like you would never ever
I don't think that should be a good
go
idea.
to therapy.
I would definitely
No.
talk to a therapist, but
But it's
if
like
someone wanted me to,
you think if you become or you're around like the insulated bubble that you sometimes are in, you know, how would that be like good therapy? You need to be. I think it's a different
I
thing.
know a lot of diverse people though.
Yeah, that's not how therapy works, though.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
pretend.
But
that
Yeah,
I
it
know.
depends on what you need
I'm not a
therapy
person
for,
that
I
keeps
guess.
my like. I like to talk about things. I'm not a person that keeps stuff bottled up usually.
Right. Do you ever find yourself like instead of immediately thinking that the your way is absolutely correct, looking at somebody else's perspective and more so
Always.
and just be like, okay.
I know on the channel, that's not really my persona.
Right. Well, in the office either.
we hear it. We hear it on the
even
on
in
the
the
reg.
office, like
But you'll hear me go, how does this make them like? It's always about like if we're dealing with, say, a vendor or something. I'm like, well, what's in this for them? Like,
No, I get that.
it's always like from their point of
Yeah.
view. Their view.
I noticed that
in their
about you,
shoes.
Neebs. I know you're going
Yeah.
to say I'm on his side, but Neebs really does try to put himself into someone else's shoes.
Even
all
when
the
we're
time.
making out like
professionally,
bandits.
of course, that's what you want to do. You're working with, like you said, with sponsors. Same thing. Like, what can we do? This needs to be a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get that. I mean, that's should be
And
kind
I
of a
try to do
given.
that with friends. I do that with family. Like, hey, you want to meet somewhere? Let's. I'm not like, hey, you drive to my side of town. Let's like, oh,
No,
they
I'm
gotta
just
drive
talking
all
about your
across town.
rightness. That's all. We're just making fun of that. That's something we normally joke about.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
joke.
like
We're
you
just
being
joking
like
about
No, the
always,
rightness thing is a
always
curse.
right. And then
Yeah.
if someone else that you're talking to, like one of these people that you know, because you're so diverse with the relationships that you have, right? So you run across them,
know a lot
and
of
then
people.
they're like, "Hey, you know what? Actually, Neebs, everything that you just told me, and even though you still hold it wholeheartedly to be the absolute only correct answer, this other person has something completely different. Do you let your opinion go
Yeah.
and just kind of go with the flow? Because
No.
that's not something that we see.
Oh man, if you hear somebody saying something crazy,
Well, not crazy. I'm not saying crazy. I'm talking
like-
about like just a good,
give me an
completely
example. That would
different
help a
point of
lot.
view.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, just any point that you have, just look at the counterpoint.
Well, let
you
me
know,
t-
they're
let me give
very,
you-
there's very easily
Let me give
debatable.
you something that popped in my head.
Okay.
I was at a party not too long ago,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy was talking about his son, how he was coming of age, and I'm like, oh, that's great. He's getting older. He's got one of his first jobs, and he's like, and I told him, I was like, you're growing up to be a man. You gotta get you a nice car and start learning to make those payments. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what is this man telling his son? Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't
Right.
need a nice car with big car payments.
Right.
Now, in my mind, I'm like, there's no way this is good advice.
Well, yeah, you're going to describe how you bite your tongue.
Yeah, but do you think I'm wrong in that situation?
No, you're
Was
just
that bad
biting your
advice?
tongue. No, that's just biting your
That's a
tongue. That
great
wouldn't
ex-
be bad advice, though. That's you socially
But when
knowing
I hear
how
that,
to not.
my thing is like, this man's 100% wrong. Now, if he came up with something and said, hey, here's some other, like maybe it wasn't too much, and he was gonna get he was gonna go towards his credit score, and I go, okay, but he can get out. He's let me paying this for the next
Right.
5 years and
Then
be
it's
broke,
fine.
you
This
know.
was an excellent example of how you were right again, Neebs.
Yeah.
See,
You know what?
No, it's all good. I enjoyed having this talk with you. I think we're getting a little. I think we're getting to know each other a little bit better.
we go.
Hey.
what does the therapist think?
I like it.
No, in
Yeah.
that case, it wouldn't even be it's a non-topic really. But anyway, what else we got going on?
That's all. That's
I
all.
don't know.
That was
yeah.
it right there?
That was it.
Okay. I'm sure there's got to be a moment where like your opinion changed on something. Like, you know,
Sure.
like I used to be like, I'm getting a little political, but I used to think like the fair tax is the way to go. Right?
I used to too.
Yeah, I was reading the books. I was like, oh yeah, fair tax. That
seemed
makes
it
sense.
back in
Value-added
that
tax.
time. Yep.
And then like, as I read more about
That's
it
when you
from
pay
not
tax?
the book.
When you spend money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the only time you get
And that
taxed.
was it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know income tax, none of that stuff. You only get taxed when you buy
Which in a
something.
nutshell sounds wonderful.
On paper, that sounds great.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, to me, that sounds great because I'm lucky to be a little bit more well off because we've been very successful. But to the guy that spends, or makes $50,000 a year, he's going to spend a larger percentage of his income
Right.
on taxes than I am, even though I make more money.
So once you learn that,
Yeah.
once you
go,
do
oh,
that
it's kind of
math,
aggressive.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Fair
though maybe
tax.
it'll still work. Maybe, I mean, it could still be a good answer, but now I have a different perspective on it where I'm like, okay, now I'm not as sure about it.
And that's
Yeah.
still,
And in that,
that's still a topic that people still debate. Like
Yeah.
It's
I mean, in that respect, I mean, couldn't you? And I don't know. I mean, with what you just said there, I mean, there'd be different degrees of how much you do make that is a fair tax, but it's still, it's lower for the people who are making less money, and,
The
it
tax
it does
happens-
raise up, so it's tiered.
It happens when you purchase things. So
I
like
know
how
that.
that would be.
Yeah, I don't know
at
how
a
you would do
grocery
that.
store, how that would change.
Yeah.
Is a different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the tricky part.
It's like,
there.
it's like, oh, your tax rate's this. I mean, I guess you could do it if you could apply
Eventually,
it. If you could
right.
eventually apply it to like your card.
Yeah.
Right,
I was like, oh,
exactly.
you made this much. Like, so your tax rate's like on your card or whatever, however
Man,
you pay.
people be
But
hacking
that's
the
if
shit out of
everything's
it.
all
Would be. That's
digital. That's
easy.
the only way that would work.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Good
got a
luck.
2% card. You know.
Right.
Yeah, oh, those would be valuable as fuck.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
then you just let your friend buy everything.
Exactly. Or
There's
just
always
they'd be-
loopholes.
yeah.
That's
Oh
like-
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
always.
of course there's
Trust
loopholes.
me.
true.
You got to create a
Ways to
law,
make
and then you
money.
got to figure out how are people going to exploit that law.
And they will.
And they do.
They always will.
And you know how many dead people still receive like I'm assuming this is just a mistake thing. I mean, we make mistakes. We send checks out to people who are dead. And when people receive that check, a lot of the people would be like, I'm not going to fucking call anybody.
Right.
They keep on sending this check to Aunt Sally, and Aunt Sally's dead. I don't
She's in the
take care
back
of her
bedroom.
anymore.
And we're just gonna see how long we can get away with this.
Dude, I've seen that. Like, I remember here in town, there was something like they found somebody that was held up in their house for like 2 months.
Oh,
and that was
God.
what was going on.
With the family?
Yeah, with the
Okay.
family still in the house. Like, they just locked off and sealed off the room.
That's something you'd hear in a Ballin
Fucking
podcast after they murdered him.
crazy.
But I feel like those times are comparatively that happens. But is that the big problem?
of course
Probably
not.
No, yeah,
No,
it's
not
such
at
a
all.
rare event.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
rare occurrence.
Yeah, no.
And then sometimes people are people that don't get out, and their bills are on auto pay, and they're getting maybe a direct deposit. Like, how long could they go unfound if they died in their house alone, and their bills are being paid from
Dude,
an
it could
account?
be-
Right,
Everything's
yeah.
automatic.
Exactly. Right. No, yeah.
For sure.
Talk about how many billions are probably just like, keeping lights on that don't need to be kept on.
Yeah, God, I was reading about a guy, some governor somewhere, but he ended up saving their county thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars just for like started switching off phones. Like, the county was paying all these phone bills, and he's like, okay, I assume these are government employees, but I'm not 100% sure. So he asks the really important people, all right, give me your phone number. And then the rest of them, he's like, all right, I'm just going to shut them off.
There you go.
And he shuts them off, and he gets like one phone call from a guy that has to like run the fingerprint machine somewhere.
Right.
It's like, why my phone don't work?
And he
It's
turned
like,
it back
"Oops,
on."
sorry." Yeah, ended up like saving the county, tens of thousands of dollars that was just going to a phone company.
Yeah, the
for
auto
nothing.
drafts are fucking
Oh,
real.
dude, yeah, that makes you wonder. So many subscription services. Like, I guarantee Netflix is getting money from dead people every month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes both ways
Yeah.
on every level. Yeah.
And at least the rich of the rich, at least they're getting it,
Yeah, I'm glad. What are you, a commie?
Right? No, I'm so not a commie. Officially. My official stance.
As it stands for now,
Yeah.
I am not a commie.
Yeah, if I become one, trust me, you'll hear about it.
Come in.
He's just got to talk to the right guy that has some good points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or I'll become one and not realize, and they'll be like, "You believe this, this, and this?" I'm like, "You're a communist." I'll be like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, the Red Scare will be back. It'll be fun. It was
Yeah.
like I watched that one movie. It was based on Lucy and Ricky Ball.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
the movie was the majority of the movie was about their time during the Red Scare, when like all of a sudden the government was accusing
So many people.
fucking Lucy and Ricky of being communist.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
We're
They
just
were
like, what the fuck?
They were
Just-
accusing so many
lot
big
of
people.
actors.
Oh
back
yeah, no,
then.
that was just a way to go after your political enemies.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's so shady and fucked up and simple. It's like if you have any intelligence, you can see that's exactly what people are fucking doing.
Yeah.
But some people are just like, he must be a communist.
That's pretty topical now.
Was that a
Yeah.
part
We're not
of?
going to go into it.
Was that a part of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood too? Was that one of the stories?
Could have been.
It probably had a time. Man,
Man.
I just watched that not too long ago. That's a
It's a fun
good
movie.
Man.
It is. It's fun.
Thank you to our sponsor, Ridge Wallet. That's right, Ridge Wallet is back and as slim and sexy as ever. I know Thick was a big Ridge Wallet guy, and I never switched over until last week. I got my new wallet in the mail, and I was amazed at how much crap was in my wallet that I didn't need. Because I had a what I thought was a thin leather wallet, but in comparison, it's like 3 times the size of my new Ridge wallet, which I love. I picked the titanium one. But their slim modern design holds up to 12 cards plus cash. And you've got over 50 colors and styles to choose from. And I got part of a kit that has a little key holder, which is also sweet. And it keeps the keys from poking you in your thigh when you're sitting in the car. And all Ridge products have a lifetime warranty. This is literally the last wallet you'll ever have to buy. And on top of that, you get peace of mind knowing that all Ridge wallets have RFID blocking technology, keeping you safe from digital pickpocketers. And they've got over 100,000 5-star reviews. And if losing your wallet is a thing that you regularly deal with, you could use Ridge's AirTag attachment so you'll always know exactly where it is before your panic mode kicks in. And no matter what you pick, Ridge has free shipping and a 99-day risk-free trial and a lifetime warranty on all their products. And right now, Ridge is having their once-a-year anniversary sale. Get up to 40% off at ridge.com/Neebscast. And that's ridge.com/Neebscast to see their biggest sale of the year. And after your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. So let them know we sent you. Thank you, Ridge Wallet.
Yeah.
I was sick a few weeks back, and I was like, okay, I needed a good long movie to watch, and I rewatched the fucking Hateful Eight. You know, you brought up that, and I thought Tarantino. I think I love that movie.
You got to be in the right, because the first time I watched it, the pace felt, I don't know, something was off, and I wasn't in the right headspace for it.
Yeah. Oh,
But
it's long. Yeah, for
It is
sure.
long, but I quite appreciate it after watching it.
I fired it up again, and then I was just like, at the end, I was like, I think I love this fucking movie. I think it's my favorite Tarantino movie. It's up there with Pulp Fiction. I fucking love
No
it.
shit, I got to go back and watch it again.
I'm Django all day.
I judged
I mean,
it
Django's
kinda
great.
quick.
Django's
was
great.
I like Django. I don't know why I didn't love it. I thought it was really good, though. I thought there were great characters. You know,
Christoph
and there's
Waltz
always
was
great
great.
acting.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes
Well, that's
story
all,
will.
I feel like that's all
will take-
Tarantino's
and then-
films, man. Like
Yeah.
his characters and dialogue are always sharp.
They are, but sometimes I still feel like it's long. But that's just a taste thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And when he said that he was like going to stop, like making, I'm like, you
I don't want
fucking
that to
liar.
happen. I
He's
don't-
not. He couldn't.
Well, he's doing
Come
TV.
on. That's what I'm saying. He's going to go to TV.
Hey man, I'm
Yeah,
fine with that.
I'm down with
Dude,
that.
Give Tarantino a runway, man. Like,
Fuck
let him
yeah.
let him make some long TV.
Absolutely.
I mean, the way he writes dialogue, it's be great for TV.
Let him do a Star Wars.
Dude, fuck that. You really?
Yeah,
I would go and watch it.
absolutely watch a Tarantino
could you
Star Wars.
imagine? But it's
Can you
crazy.
imagine?
Yeah.
How fucking
never do
badass
it.
that movie would
I'd like
be.
to see
It
it.
would be
All
amazing.
the
Be
dialogue.
violent. Yeah.
So much dialogue, and then the
Yeah.
action would be.
And then just oh god, it would be brutal. There'd be just blood and
Yeah.
guts everywhere.
Be
Be an
awesome.
amazing
It would
Star
be.
Wars movie.
Dude,
And
we
talk
could, we could just write it. We're spoofing Star Wars. Come on, let's just do it.
Well, just imagine if
That'd be
he
easy.
did, and you got the announcement. You saw that. Holy shit! Tarantino is doing a Star Wars.
Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't watch that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Everyone
no,
would watch it.
Everyone our age
Everyone.
for sure would be like, I gotta watch this.
Gotta
see
That's gonna
this
be
shit.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then talk about the hate that it would be getting from so many fucking Star
Oh.
Wars freaks that are just like,
Yeah, but-
this is
Oh, wait,
atrocious.
yeah, those mouth breathers that still go to Disney World.
Hate
Oh
black
my
cuts.
God.
Ugh.
Oh,
They're
black
used. I
cut,
mean,
you
they're used to being
motherfuckers.
let down at this
Yeah.
point. Like,
Oh God, they should be. Man, if you're a Star Wars fan, you've been abused for the last
It's true. Yeah,
They can take
15
it.
years.
that's
They can
fine
take
to
it.
lean into it with this one. That's all I'm saying. I'd love it. I would watch it. No,
Here's a Boba Fett show.
yeah.
Guess what? Boba Fett's a pussy now.
Yeah.
Here. Isn't this what you've always wanted?
Show him-
Boba Fett being diplomatic.
Not
Fuck
that
you.
pussy thing, but it'd be
Yeah.
fun to see Boba Fett in therapy. That's not a pussy thing, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like seeing the, when you
yes,
see those
of
other
course.
peeled layers, because that's the fun shit. That's the good shit. Those,
Yeah.
Back.
those
Well,
layers
that's a robot
peeled
chicken
back.
sketch
I
there.
want to hear him talking about his mom. How he didn't
Yeah,
feel,
exactly.
how he
Mother
didn't
always
feel like he
beat
was
me.
loved.
Exactly. And you know what? I just came up with a compromise of sorts. Next time I do cuts like that, they'll be beige.
Yeah.
they
the
won't be
color was the
black.
problem.
That was
color.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
you went the
I'll-
wrong
Now
color.
I get it.
Do we have a number yet?
Oh, yes, we do.
All right.
What's the number?
The number is 8.
8.
Oh my God.
I cut to black 8 times.
You did.
That's crazy.
It was double.
But
I
listen,
double what you thought.
that is so crazy that you were so confident on 4.
No way
Could
there's
it be
more than
7?
4.
I said, could it be 7?
Not possible.
He's like, oh no,
No way it's that much.
no way, it's 8.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you this. One of
that
them
back.
worked. So there's only 7 that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Great,
My bad, everyone.
great point.
Yeah.
Good
There
job
were-
being
there
so
were
understanding.
So many people listening to this when I argued the 4 so hard.
yeah.
Like,
They were like, oh.
They probably got off of our video to go count for themselves.
Yeah.
And now they're back.
More controversy. You got it.
Jesus.
My bad.
Dora couldn't have been more wrong. Is what is maybe gonna be in the title.
Oh, I've got. Isn't there one already called that with my name on it? It was something like that.
Something
Close.
like that.
It was when I
Yeah.
tried to tame that. Was it Diplo or no?
Oh yeah,
No,
when you,
Dickerous. And I thought it was a Diplo.
Neebs was all wrong probably.
I was persuaded in
Yeah.
that case.
Yeah.
There you go.
You were.
can change.
Yeah. All you gotta do is be right when you're arguing with me.
I was hoping it would be, if anything more, maybe 6.
No. 8.
He was really confident. I loved it.
It was double.
Loved it.
Double what was I was standing
Double. 'Cause
firm
I
on.
was.
Hey, one more thing.
You're just like, what now? What? What he said 4. You're like, what'd you say?
It's like, what?
No. What
Couldn't have
happened?
been
Is there a
that.
hidden camera? What's happening?
What's happening here?
Also, to me,
Yeah.
the dubstep went for a long time.
Well, it was a long horde night.
I know, but it was like I
It
feel
went the
I feel
whole
like
horde, didn't it?
I feel like we could have
I-
switched to
it didn't
Well,
stand
different
out to
style of
me.
music
but
after.
there was though, but like it was the second or third song. I forget which one.
It was
which one
it was
now.
like 3 dubstep songs back to back. Felt like
There might have been.
yeah,
I'm not going to argue that.
yeah.
But one song was not dubstep at all. That was a good chunk, and
It
you know,
was
In the
it's like-
horde?
like you have to. Okay, fair. But I like dubstep.
Yeah,
It
but
felt
it's
really
like a
good to
hot
me.
tub. It's like, hey, you should only spend about 15 minutes in here.
And it worked with the chaotic shit in my mind, and there was a lot of chaotic shit that happened pretty quick.
Yeah,
So yeah, to each their own on that, except for Neebs.
I really loved the first
When it hit,
dubstep song, not the black part. Yeah, the
yeah,
just
Right.
the music choice.
yeah,
And then I was like, man, it's still dubstep,
There's a lot
isn't
of
it?
dubstep.
It's so easy for me to, I know, also get into a groove where I'm just like, music can be so different, and you can easily get caught in doing the same thing over and over and still love it.
I still stand by it, but I understand, and I'm sorry to anyone whose heads I hurt.
And remember, Wednesdays we're meeting up.
To drink.
Yeah,
And
to
play
drink.
darts.
And
Yes.
play darts.
Play darts.
Not
And,
do anything therapeutic, but that is.
But
No,
it's-
See if
maybe
the therapist
maybe
wants to
them.
drink and play darts with us.
Okay. That'll
Then
work.
we'll do the
I was going
therapy.
to say they might need support out there. I think we'll be okay. But-
Listen,
What?
I would much more be into therapy if there was drinking and darts and axe throwing.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I think a lot of when you pay people to do stuff, like the other day, I was like, man, I wish I had a Spanish tutor. And I was like, but I need one that wants to go drinking with me. Because I think learning Spanish while drinking
You
would
could
be
probably
better.
find somebody
Oh,
out there to be like, yeah, I'll go
a
hang out
lot
with you at
more-
the bar and teach you Spanish.
More likely than a therapist.
Mhm.
Have you looked for one?
I've been looking online. There's a lot of like online stuff. I want a tutor I can hang with in person. But when I start
so
searching for
you
like
need a
Spanish
bilingual
tutors,
friend.
Yeah, sure do.
Yeah.
But not
What
just
about
a friend. Here's the
if-
thing.
Hey, what about that waiter?
From today?
Man, yeah, today. The other day, he gives us candy. He bumps
He
our
does
fists
give
when
us
we come
candy.
in.
No
Yep.
shit.
There's a waiter at the restaurant up here in Castle Hayne, and he's just a joy.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, though. Like I do know people that speak Spanish, but their goal isn't really to teach me Spanish.
Yeah,
Or you got to have the person that has almost got to be like a parent, like be patient.
Right.
Whenever you're not speaking English, they got to like stick to it. And like, nope, in Spanish.
I bet
we're
if
only-
you talk to this tasty waiter and you said, "Hey, man,
Why are
really
they tasty?
I'm really trying to learn Spanish."
we get candy.
He's
Yeah,
handsome
he gives us
too.
candy, and he's handsome. And but if Sherry says he's
Whispering
cute,
from the background.
Yeah.
but if you said, "Hey, I'm trying to learn. Would you go to a bar and drink with me and teach me Spanish?"
Maybe word it
And he-
differently.
Why?
Let's go grab a drink.
Yeah, let's go
Would
grab
you
a
go to a
drink.
bar and drink with me?
Yeah.
It just seems
Yeah,
like
it's just
a-
so we can
Okay,
talk.
I
He's
see.
an
All right, I like
advancement.
this.
Well, here's the
Look,
thing.
and he
I've-
doesn't have to drink. You got to make sure he knows that. It's like, look, you don't have to drink, but I want to go at a bar. I want to be out, and I want to learn Spanish like while I'm out and about.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. I have set up sessions with people to speak Spanish over the years. And the best one was actually a lady that was a teacher and was very strict about it. But she was retired from teaching. So
Right.
like I gotta have that person like, yeah, we're gonna do this every week or twice a week, from now on. And like they gotta have the same drive to come and teach me as I do to show up and be
Okay,
taught.
yeah. No,
This guy's
finding
probably
that-
got other
yeah.
stuff going on.
And you would think that wouldn't be too hard to find. Basically, just a tutor, and that's all you want. You just need to. You just want to hire a tutor. They cost like $65 an hour.
yeah.
Like you should be able to easily find somebody who's great. That's just one-on-one your tutor.
or just
Yeah.
anyone who speaks Spanish.
I know, but
that's not the
he
case.
really
Yeah,
like
not
I know,
everyone, yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
it, but like
They don't
but
have
like
time to teach you Spanish.
or they also don't have the right process in which to do it. The reason why you hire a tutor is because they're a teacher. They're professionals. So like
Yeah.
you said, that this is a class. You got to show up. You should absolutely just be getting a tutor.
Yeah, that's what I need.
You'll nail it.
There's a lot of English classes here,
Yeah.
a lot less Spanish classes.
Yeah. But I mean, someone who's bilingual, you're going to learn something.
But you don't want to do that online.
But
That's
like
what
my-
you're saying.
my-
Because online, you're going to have a ton
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
options.
fair.
No, I could do the online, but yeah, I'd much rather go to a bar and drink with somebody. Because
Yeah.
my sister-in-law speaks Spanish, and for a long time on Fridays, we would jump in and just kind of, give her an update on what we're up to and what she's up to in Spanish, and that did help. But she's busy too; she can't do it every week.
I could see you finding a woman, and then you go and you start going out, and then all of a sudden she falls in love with you.
It's
Because
gonna
look
happen.
at you.
Boy.
Just
we
look
don't
at you.
need that.
You got,
Handsome
the, you got the
man.
personality and you got the bod.
I need someone who's
He's
either
always right.
a man or
You need a man. That man, you might turn a man and he fucking fall in love with you, dude. That might happen too. But anyway, you got to have to live with that possibility.
Yeah.
But you go ahead and you should do this. I think you'll be able to find somebody in town here that will
There's an answer.
professional that'll meet up with you.
let's hope so.
I can already see the comments, but
There's a lot of people who are offering their services
Yep.
who don't even know Spanish. They just want to hang with you.
Yeah.
We'll start finding out real quick.
Yeah.
All right, where do we start?
Yeah.
That sounds great. Have you ever tried to learn something while drinking?
Learn something while drinking?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
drinking
try-
games.
Try to learn how to play darts.
To me, sometimes I feel like I understand Spanish better after a night of drinking than, and maybe that's
Like
not
it greases up the mind a little bit.
But yeah.
Gets a little
After a night
loose.
of drinking, you're saying,
Yeah.
or during the drink?
right. After a night of
Just
drinking.
you're
After
in
the
that
night, the
mode.
morning.
I'm like, it's almost like you're not trying as hard to listen. Like you're hearing it instead of like actively going, what's he saying?
Right.
You're just absorbing it. Something's being said, and you're just like, I get it.
It's that magic spot that I think we can all relate to. A lot of people can with that magic game of bowling where you've got that perfect amount in you.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that it works like in a mental aspect as well, because I've definitely had nights where I've been driven to get home and like work on
Yeah.
or create something.
It happens in video games too. You can like just click with a game sometimes. And
Yep.
It's just like, all right, we're just firing off on all cylinders right now. I'm remembering the controls.
For
and
whatever
that-
reason, that magic blend and I don't know where your brain was prior and where it is then. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep studying, guys.
Well, you're doing
Do it.
great. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you're
doing
an
awesome.
inspiration, really.
Thank you to our sponsor, Turtle Beach. And do you remember that feeling of booting up your favorite game for the first time? And those late night sessions? Those epic wins? Watching as your friends fill up the lobby? Gaming wasn't just something you did, it was a whole experience. And the right headset made all the difference. And Turtle Beach is bringing that feeling back with the Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset. It's like stepping back into the golden age of gaming all over again, only this time the audio is richer, the surround sound more immersive, and the battery lasts an insane 80 hours? No more crackling mics or missed call-outs, just pure uninterrupted gaming. And for a limited time only, get 10% off your entire order with code Neebs at turtlebeach.com. And don't miss out. Just level up your game with 10% off at turtlebeach.com using promo code Neebs. I wish I had these back in the day when I first started playing Battlefield 1. I might have stood a chance. My headset was certainly subpar, for sure. I couldn't blame it on all my mess-ups, but I could certainly blame it for a few. And Turtle Beach just doesn't have amazing headsets. They have every gaming accessory you could ever want, and they're all of the highest quality and at prices that don't break the bank. From flight and racing simulators to controllers, keyboards, and mice, Turtle Beach is the ultimate gaming cheat code. So head to turtlebeach.com and use code Neebs for 10% off your entire order. That's 10% off your order at turtlebeach.com with promo code Neebs. And after your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. So please support our show and tell them we sent you. Get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today.
Not if you.
And what
wouldn't
the
go
hell
that-
is
I
that
wouldn't go
thing
that
with
far.
DuoLingo? What's with the owl being dead?
Yeah,
Was there
they-
ever anything that was figured
would they
out?
do
It was,
that?
it's an old thing.
Yeah. I don't know
Started
how
a
old
while
it is.
ago.
Why would
well,
they do
I mean,
that,
like a couple of weeks, right?
Right.
At least.
A couple weeks, yeah.
They didn't replace it or anything. It's just gone.
And there's no answer for it.
Well, like I never update my phone, so on my wife's phone, she's looking at her DuoLingo, and Al's got X's where its eyes were. Like, what?
What?
And she's like, what's going on? I've been studying. She thought it was like a penalty.
That's
She's like, I've been
morbid.
doing my lessons.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
And I'm like, mine looks good. Look at mine.
Really?
And then I think Aztecia's was the same. And it was like
So you never got it. You were just
So if you
not
did the
updated.
update, you killed the bird.
pretty much.
That's fucked.
Is it
I'm
back,
looking this up. I'm
Aztecia?
curious.
Well, they posted a thing yesterday saying faking my death was all just a test and you all passed. So I guess it's all amounting to what?
okay. You know what? Somebody made a really dumb choice there, and then they floundered because everyone was like, "This is fucking crazy. Why would
Faking
anyone
my
do
death.
this?"
Yeah.
And then it forced them to ask themselves, "Why did we do this?"
Well, people are talking about it.
Yeah. You
That is a good thing.
Can't trust that owl anymore.
But it's weird.
It's kind of dumb.
And
but-
who gives a shit? Nobody cared about the owl being dead.
Here we go. DuoLingo Owl returns from the dead with surprise announcement. The DuoLingo Owl made a surprise return 2 weeks after the Leaning Lungers app shocked the world with the announcement of his
the
death.
whole world.
And then on the 13th day, he rose from the dead.
Wow.
He died.
Really?
Scram.
Is this a bang at Catholicism?
He's back. Look at the owl's death. He's back. Faking my death was the test, and you all passed. That's the announcement. What the fuck?
That is so weird.
They planned something.
This
and
doesn't make any fucking sense.
They didn't know where to go with it, did they?
I guess it seems
Apparently
like they,
not. After 13 days of rest.
Apparently, the DuoLingo, this was a while ago, they posted a video showing the mascot being hit by a Tesla Cybertruck.
Are you kidding me?
This is what just the internet's saying right now.
What's happening right now?
Yeah. 8 days ago, DuoLingo killed its mascot with a Cybertruck.
Okay,
And
that
it's
makes
going
sense.
weirdly.
It's political.
Hey, either that or they want people talking about DuoLingo.
And
which,
they got it, I
success. I mean,
guess.
that's such a stupid, weird ad campaign. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
But it's not a good ad campaign.
It doesn't
It's
seem
just
it.
like that seems stupid.
We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, I guess, when it first happened, and we're like, so they wanted some sort of scandal, but they didn't go with like a P. Diddy thing, you know? Or
Yeah,
like a-
that's
Yeah,
good.
that
Yeah,
owl
but
went
they
to a
didn't-
Diddy party.
It's
That
weird
owls
that
having
somebody
these
had
parties.
to verbalize that.
Yeah.
And now they gotta like
Yeah.
cancel the owl.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
bring in another animal.
But honestly, why wouldn't you just have the owl disappear? Like right off the bat, the most basic idea would
Just
have been
gone.
better. It's gone.
Yeah, it's not
there's a
dead.
clue. Then
Don't
you
even-
go all of a sudden. Then 3 days later, there's another clue. Oh shit! Okay, we got to try to find the owl. See what the fuck happened.
You gotta
Then you can
find
find it dead, and that'd be fun too.
Yeah.
Where would it be though?
In a sewer.
Oh, it got kidnapped.
It would be with your continued efforts to use the app.
Oh, kind of like
It comes back when you still keep crushing it.
Yeah, Helldivers. Like the whole community has to get in to revive this thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
That would have been.
That would have
That's
been fun.
See, this is what it feels like. We've got all the answers, folks.
Yeah.
Call us DuoLingo. We'll help you with your next ad campaign.
Shit.
Killing your damn
Crazy.
owl.
I started playing Arctic. Is it simulator? Yeah, Arctic Motel Simulator.
Arctic Motel Simulator.
Yeah.
Aztecia brought that up. a
Wait,
few
I think I've
weeks ago.
seen that on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, I was impressed before I found out that you can hire hookers.
I don't think you hire hookers. I think you rent rooms out to them. You're a hotel.
Oh, so
manager,
you're renting?
right?
Yes, you're not hiring them. Got it. Yes. So we're basically but that's interesting, because why would we want to do that unless it's at a higher rate? Because she's going to be making a lot of money,
you
and
gotta
I'm
clean
assuming
that
it's just
room.
females. Are there male prostitutes as
Oh,
well?
goodness, yes.
Okay, there you go.
And you
So
get a
yeah, it's good
cut.
to know.
You,
You
get a
get a
cut of
cut.
their earnings.
Oh, you're a pimp.
Oh, I'm
They
a
come work for you,
pimp.
they
Man,
do their thing, you get a cut.
Mike,
Do you
Crazy,
clean
how do you
the-
spell Arctic?
A-R-C-T.
CTIC.
That's what I was missing.
Do you have to clean the room yourself?
Yeah.
You can,
Don't
but
you?
you can hire people. You can hire AI to do a lot of the work.
Okay, so
Okay.
right off the bat, do I have to earn a lot of money to do that, or did they give me enough money right off the bat? Because I went, I think 3 or 4 days. I played it, but yeah. How long does it take for me to get AI? Can I get it right
I
away?
believe it's at a certain level, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But then they're pretty cheap to get. I mean, I think I've got 4 doing all sorts of things around the place. Cleaning.
Oh, wow. This one has like seasons too, huh?
Dude, yes.
I would think,
All
yeah,
right.
because I haven't even seen the igloo. There's like an igloo is like on the cover.
You call it igloo?
An igloo? An igloo. Yeah, an igloo.
Igloo. I like igloo. Look, I
Igloo.
can't spell Arctic. I can't knock him.
You're right.
There's a C in there apparently.
Yeah, he missed that.
What did you? What
I
was
thought
your?
it was
Arctic.
Artic. Arctic.
Arctic?
Arctic.
Oh, wow.
Arctic.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, wait, Arctic?
fair.
So I learned something today.
So with the seasons, winter's actually incredibly long. So it'll be like hours and hours of real life gameplay. So the whole game really is just about getting you to winter and making sure you can make it through winter.
Oh.
And at the end of the winter, your igloos melt, things reset. You got to focus on getting income other ways.
Gotcha.
It's super fun.
And then like building supplies up for winter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh man,
don't hate this.
I'm not in good shape.
Is this
unless I get tutored.
multiplayer or
No,
it's
it's
only
single
single?
player.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I
still.
love to go multiplayer though.
Honestly, yeah.
They should have a choice when it comes to close to winter, where you hire the family that includes Jack from The Shining to watch you play, see how that goes.
That's their busy season, isn't it?
I guess in this case, it seems like
Come
it
live
would
in an
be.
igloo.
Yeah, but if you
Igloo.
wanted to take a break, you could
Igloo.
hire.
Yeah.
Yeah, igloo. You all say igloo?
Igloo.
Igloo.
Yeah, I've never said igloo.
It's crazy. What was that fort we went to near where your parents live?
Fort Macon.
Fort
Fort
Macon.
Macon out in near Atlantic Beach.
Yeah, so we went to that fort. Did any of y'all go?
No,
I want to say I think I did with you
I
guys.
thought you were there with us.
Yeah.
Sick was with us. Yeah. Anyway, we went. We're like, hey, let's go look around this fort. And the guy's like, hey, I'm giving tours, and we're like, nah. And then he talked us into it, and then it was great.
yeah,
He was so good. But there was a time when that fort wasn't needed really, and they just had a family living there, like kind of just keeping the place up.
yeah.
But then somebody, I forget who it was, somebody rolled along and said, hey, we're taking over this, guns and all. And they're like, all right, it's yours.
Eminent domain.
We're just a family.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
And that'd
Go
be
nuts.
a cool set for a horror movie.
be the
right?
family that's. I mean, it's Shining Junior, I suppose.
Maybe. I don't know. Just weird shit.
Yeah.
I'd
Sucks
be
away.
scared to sleep there is what I'm saying. I would not want to, like,
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
though
yeah.
I don't get scared of, I mean, I do get scared of shit, but it's not like I wouldn't buy a house unless somebody was like, oh, this place is known for being haunted. I believe in it
Oh, it's
enough to be
haunted?
like,
I was
I'm not
say,
going to.
It's pretty fortified.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about just creepy shit like that.
Poppy.
Poppy. Quiet.
Poppy.
Somebody out
He
there.
really wanted to bark.
Barking by the door. What's Poppy looking at out there? Nothing. Just barking at nothing.
Bored with the conversation,
Sees a
Poppy?
tire.
Someone all the way down the road.
There's somebody on the road. She sees them. She's being a good girl.
Might have been a Civil War
No, you're not being a
ghost.
good girl. Yeah, but it could have been.
My dear Eliza.
On that, well, World War II base, but like you know the historic signs that are all around Wilmington,
Like downtown, old houses
Everywhere.
and stuff.
but the one on the corner of my girl just read it the other day, and I don't think I'd ever read it, but I've been at that intersection so many times over the years. But it was Shipyard and Carolina Beach Road,
Okay.
like kind of back where the country, you know, the
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, line dancing.
Palomino.
Palomino Club
not
used to
there
be and
anymore,
shit like
yeah.
that. Right. So about the I guess 1942, but like the POW camp that was in Wilmington,
Right.
we had a 200 right there. That location was 250
In
Germans.
Carolina Beach, wasn't it?
250 Germans.
No, right
Oh,
there
wait.
at that intersection.
Oh right. Oh no shit.
That's why they had the sign right there.
Of course, it makes
And then
sense.
they moved the 251 to like there was a 500 POW occupancy camp downtown.
Man.
And like I guess we both kind of were like, shit, there were like POW camps in the States. You know, like it seemed like a to-do to like
Yeah.
To ship
Ship
like,
'em.
yeah, you know, we've kidnapped somebody. What do we do with them? Ship them back.
like whatever. And apparently nobody tried to escape. Like they
It was probably nice.
Yeah,
mean,
they were
3
if
meals
you-
a day. I'd be like, look, you guys
if you
prisoners,
did-
this sucks, but hey.
If
you're
you did
here.
escape, like here,
Yeah.
like where are you gonna go? You know?
yeah, fair.
That's true.
But
It's like, yeah, you're not in your country and there's an ocean between you.
yeah.
Like, and you don't speak the
you don't
language. You're
speak
going to get
English.
noticed real quick.
Yeah, and there were a lot of Germans that were like, you know what, I don't really like this Hitler guy, but
Yeah.
in the
Hey, I got
army-
kidnapped. I'm getting out good.
Right.
This is interesting to picture. Like
In our coast, like there was a lot of German subs,
yeah,
you know, coming over, and our coast is not friendly to boats.
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we live on a region called the Cape Fear. It's called that for a reason. I think there's more shipwrecks off of like the North Carolina coast than like almost anywhere else.
Got some rough shit out there.
Yeah. It is
And some
shallow.
cool history, like with Blackbeard. And
Oh
shit.
yeah, oh yeah, Pirates.
Not far from
Yeah.
us. Yep.
Yeah.
It's Pirate Central.
It was. He came out of what? Bath, North Carolina, I
Bath,
think it's
yeah.
called.
Yeah. So yeah, the Outer Banks for sure. That was Corolla.
Yeah.
Not Corolla, but what's the southern? The southernmost Outer Bank. The southernmost.
I don't know.
island.
I don't know
You know
any
what I'm
of
talking
them.
about? That was like Blackbeard Central.
Oh, Ocracoke?
Ocracoke.
Ocracoke.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
Ocracoke.
Yeah.
And
So, have you guys ever seen a really good movie portraying some things that I don't know that might have been at least half true? You know, obviously not like because I don't know
The
the history
comedy
of
one?
them. Yeah,
Pirate-wise?
yeah, pirate wise, like you
Black
know.
Sails.
I brought that up
Yeah.
so many times.
so many times.
But that's okay. But I was talking about something that might have. Yeah, I guess most
Yeah.
of it.
Well, Black Sails did really well. I thought it dealt with the politics of the ship because that's the way a pirate ship operated. It wasn't
Yeah.
just like a guy's in charge and he's the king. It's like no, everyone could vote to kick that guy the fuck out
Yeah.
and
Right.
put this guy in charge. Like it was surprisingly democratic.
and that's what it was like supposedly across the board. Because I have seen some of Black Sails.
Look,
Neebs. I
I'm
watched 2
sure there
episodes at
were
least.
ships where one guy was like, "No, I'm the guy," you know.
Right.
But-
it's a little mini government, you
Yeah.
know? So of course they work differently. But if that was the general consensus in most
Yeah.
cases,
Which makes the most sense. It's like, man, if you're on a boat with that group of people and you're that close knit, it's like
Yeah.
a democratic system seems like you would want that if you're all just private citizens, basically.
Right. So there is a second in command kind of a thing, or is that the ship's
Yeah.
mate? Ship's mate,
First
second
mate.
in
Something like
command,
that.
first,
First
mate.
mate.
Poppy, you.
What do you see
Ah,
out
there
there?
it was.
Poppy.
There it was. Was it Blackbeard?
Poppy.
Is it a pirate?
I could grab her, or if you want, you can grab her because you're up.
Yep, there's a car.
We're gonna need on that door a reverse screen to pull up from the bottom, just a foot so Poppy can't see.
All you got to do is put about a couple feet of black tape.
That's
Problem
it.
solved.
We're good to go.
Poppy can't see out
Well,
there
we
anymore.
have these sound panels that we have around the office that
Yeah.
we use to block one room from the other when Dralis' dog is here.
Yeah, if Emily's here. Yeah.
This
Sometimes-
Poppy's a shit.
Sometimes they don't get along.
Yeah, Poppy will bark and go after her. It's
Oh.
like, even not on leash, you just go like, what the hell's going on here?
Territory.
This is mine.
She wouldn't make a good ship captain.
No.
I want to
She
see
would.
it now, though.
I'm the captain.
Captain Poppy.
No, it must have been wild to live in that time. I mean, just a shit show anyway. It's like, what are we doing this weekend? It's like, oh, we're going out and we're going to try to find ships and rob them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we're going to make our money. It's like, of course, that wasn't going to last forever. Eventually, fucking people got pissed off, as
Yeah.
they rightly would.
Yeah.
So, like, you would think there would be a great game out there, and maybe there is, that you are literally just going from ship to ship, and your goal is to just take their treasure.
I mean, Sea of
Take their-
Thieves.
but Sea of Thieves, I feel like didn't have that. Maybe it did it. I mean, you
No,
tell me.
you can
I went
absolutely,
into,
like, if you see other players out there, you can board their ship, take their shit.
but taking their ship was also part of it. Where I was talking about like going in and just grabbing, gold or grabbing whatever materials they have on there, and then taking them and putting them on your.
You're like,
ship.
You
what's
can do
the
that.
best
That was-
Yeah,
Wasn't-
you,
okay.
you absolutely can do that.
historically accurate
can't keep
sort
it.
of a...
Well, yes. If you still, because Sea of Thieves is all about going out, getting treasure, bringing it back to town, and selling it. So if you go out and you run into another player who has a different ship, you can absolutely get on their ship, take their treasure chest, bring it on yours, and bring that back and sell it.
But you're
Steal
saying
it
back
from
in
ship.
Sea
them.
of Thieves. I
You're
didn't
saying
know.
steal a ship, right?
No, I was saying I thought that a big part of it was also stealing a ship. I mean, you can steal
You
a
can.
ship.
The thing is, in that game, the players respawn on the ship.
Gotcha.
So, like, if you were to kill the enemy player and steal their ship, which you can do, they're just going to keep respawning on that ship and killing
Right.
you.
Okay, so you don't lose your ship to somebody else.
No.
Yeah, it's been a while since we played. Let's get back
Yeah.
in and play it.
It's a great game.
Oh man, Sea
Yeah.
of Thieves is wonderful, and they've just added more and more stuff. The Disney stuff needs,
Yeah, no
was
more of
all
that.
right.
Oh, we know. We know.
But yeah, they've added a lot of just world events. I love getting into the ship battles with the skeletons. Like, I'll do that anytime. That's always
Man,
so fun.
You taled about doing that kind of thing just on the dumpster, which I would be so
yeah,
into.
man. I mean, that's
like
just
great
hop in
battles.
Sea of Thieves for an hour and a half one night. Like, yeah, let's go out, let's
Oh,
get
yeah.
treasure and bring
Yeah,
it back.
I'm
See what kind
down.
of shit we get into.
And I bet you people would like to see it. I bet you it would do pretty good.
Probably right.
Probably fun. There's a game I want to try. I don't think it would be good for cinematic or the channel, but it's called Jump Ship. I think I showed Neebs what it looks
yeah,
like.
that does look fun.
It so it's a space fighting game where one player looks like he's driving the spaceship, and the other players can run around, and they can run around the outside of the spaceship like you have gravity boots.
And the guy flying, he's like in a battle. He's space battle.
Yeah. So the guy flying, you're doing loop-de-loops or asteroids and stuff, but then like your ship's getting attacked by like little robots and everything. So the other guys, it looks like a first-person shooter. You're up there and you're fighting robots. And then like an enemy ship will come by. You can grapple to the enemy ship on board their ship, shoot them. It just looked cool.
Yeah.
I need to show you the video of it, but
And
it's
on
a
your
really
ship-
badass looking ship.
You're kind of repairing and putting out fires and stuff like that too.
Yeah, you got to maintain the ship. It's like, oh, fuck, ship's on fire. So kind of like Pulsar, but way more action-oriented.
Okay, and it's new?
It's I think they were having some previews coming out a couple days ago.
You can have different
But yeah, it's not out yet.
tactics and
Oh, okay.
shit.
Yeah,
to
let me
approach
look it up
it.
real quick.
What was the name again?
Jump Ship, I believe it was
Jump
called.
Ship.
Let me look up and see if there's a release date. I know it's on my
good.
Steam
That
wish
sounds
list.
like fun because I'm like I'd have to do that fucking mouse and keyboard. This is a first-person shooter. I don't think I could ever do controls. Like controls, I started to feel like okay, I could do some control because it was fighting in Elden
Yeah.
Ring.
No, I
But
would
like for
mouse and
shooting,
keyboard this one.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely go mouse. Unless I'm like if I were the pilot, I would want a controller.
right.
Yeah,
Mine
that makes
tends to
sense.
be
Yeah.
better.
And God, when Abster and I
It's
played
like driving. Same for me driving too.
A Way Out together, and we were getting into the more action shit when we had guns with the controllers, I was like, fuck. I'm a mess.
You probably could have done both, huh?
Maybe
Switch?
we
You
You
could've
probably could have
switched.
switched to mouse and keyboard if you wanted
Just
to.
didn't know
for
how
sure.
much because for everything else it felt just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing
I do
the
that in
controller,
GTA
but-
sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just throw the controller down, and grab the mouse and keyboard, especially if you're in a turret in the back
Yeah.
of a truck or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
But like
whatever.
back in the day when I was like playing Halo 2 and stuff like that, there was nothing except the controller.
Right.
So I assume I was probably quite a bit better.
Oh yeah,
the controller
Man.
then.
No, I
you know?
think back of like playing Battlefield 3
Yeah.
with you guys.
When
and
we
it was
were
like, and that was
all-
all controller based.
Yeah.
We were all just on PS3s.
Yeah.
And like that was wonderful. It's like yeah, and we were like I certainly was much sharper on the controller, and then got humbled as fuck when you're like okay, let's try to play this on PC. It's like oh my god, this is so much more snappy, and you got to be
now
so much
it
more
feels
accurate.
right.
Yeah, no, now it's like okay, I'm used to mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
but I still
just
like.
switching web. Like when we switched over, well, we had to go to events before we switched over.
Oh yeah,
We were going out to LA and San Francisco with EA and Ubisoft
right.
and playing all these shooter games with all these other people who were like
All PC.
all
Yeah.
PC,
all PC, all pro
putting out
shooters.
tutorial videos.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, how do I switch guns? How do I go prone? Which button does this?
Yeah.
Hey, we make cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting one kill was
Oh, man.
like you felt
yeah.
like,
It's like I did it.
Man, I
took down Stoddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
those
that's-
guys
that's
they ran
beautiful.
circles around us. It was
I didn't
so
get
funny.
to do that many, but when I did do them, it was
If
such
you got a
big
kill,
deal.
I think we all collectively
Oh,
celebrated,
yeah.
and champagne would open.
Someone come in and pour Gatorade on you.
feel bad
Simon
for them
killed
because they're
you.
like, oh god,
Yeah.
Simon killed you. Yeah.
Yeah, if you got killed by Simon, how embarrassing.
Then,
Yeah.
especially then, you weren't comfortable with any of it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'd be on the same gun, same guy for the most part. Never doing anything right for the team.
Man, I hope Battlefield 6 is good.
I do too.
That little bit of they showed a couple of clips of it.
Yeah.
Definitely going modern, but man, it's like all right, we'll see.
Get that destruction all completely back.
Hey, I love it. I love seeing a rocket hit a building and that building being destroyed.
You'd imagine
Yeah.
they got quite a bit humbled.
I hope so.
Who knows? We'll
Yeah.
see.
Did they mention a release date at all?
No, there's no release date.
Year release.
It's gonna be
year?
this year.
It could be, man. If I was a game dev, though, I would move out of the way. I think a lot of game devs are waiting to see what Rockstar does, because if they keep GTA 6 dropping in Q4, I bet a lot of game publishers move their stuff somewhere else, because that game's gonna like suck up everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't want your game coming out in the same month as
Man,
GTA
you'd
6.
think Q3 would be safe then because people are waiting for shit and
That
they
might
want
be-
something
yeah.
new.
Yeah.
And this is a big new.
Yeah, Q3 if you could get it out before, but.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of publishers like, no, let's wait until Q2 next year or even Q4 next year.
Or 2030.
Or 2030. 2030 is not bad. It's wide open. Looking like a fucking peach out there. The GTA 6 won't be coming out in 2030, or it might. We'll see.
We
We'll
don't
see.
know. We don't know.
There's still a chance that gets delayed.
Yeah, who was it that said something about they heard something? It was I think Anthony came in and said they might be trying to release on PC very close to the same time.
Yeah,
as
that is a
it's
rumor. That not the same time, but closer. Usually a GTA game will come out, or a Rockstar game will come out. GTA 5 did this. Red Dead did this. The game comes out, and then it doesn't hit PC until about 6-7 months later.
Yeah.
So there's a good distance there.
That's what I was saying. Now
Yeah.
it's going to be supposedly closer
Yeah.
to the initial release.
That's the rumor, but they don't want anyone knowing that because they want everyone to buy it on their consoles
course.
first.
Don't want to buy it twice.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, it's only 3 months before it comes out on PC. I'll wait. They want you to go like, oh fuck, that's not coming out on PC for another year. I better pick it up now. 'Cause
so
I wanna
not a
play
good
it now.
rumor that they want to have out now.
No.
If that's the case.
That we're
No.
spreading.
Might be
I
fake.
think Jack told us that.
Yeah, it might be Jack.
No, I think it's Anthony.
Might be Anthony.
I don't know. Maybe it was Jack.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
Jack.
Jack and Anthony.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right.
Yeah, God, that's crazy. End of this year.
Yeah. Last one came out not long ago. So.
Yeah, fucking 10 years ago, some shit like that.
I know what we're streaming
It's
that week
crazy.
because we're going to have to dust off one of these consoles. What the hell will we playing on? PlayStation?
No.
4, 5?
PC. What?
We got one. I'm
GTA
saying
won't
no,
be
but
out.
No,
when,
GTA, yeah. When it comes
when
out,
it comes
it'll
out.
just be on console.
Yeah, we should
Oh.
be playing it on that. We should.
Yes.
We should be buying.
I don't think it'll work on any of the consoles we have in here. Right?
No, not the ones we have in here.
And we need
Like,
one.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, don't you think
Abster and I got
we've needed one.
PS5s.
I
somebody
might.
can bring
I know
one
that
in.
there's a PS5 Pro out. I may get a PS5 Pro just so I can play GTA 6 at its like
Yeah.
highest resolution.
Yeah.
So if I have my old PS5, I'll bring that in here and we can play it on that.
That would be good, because
Yeah.
we have a gaming channel and
There
whatnot.
we go. We do. We play the games.
Yeah,
Or
we
we
really
just
would
wait
be
for
a
it to
good
come out on
option.
PC.
No, we're not gonna.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Why wouldn't we want to show that off? That's. Are you serious?
No.
Would you say that? Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You good?
Well, hey, this was nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
I feel better
everyone.
now.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, like a nice shit.
This is therapy for everyone.
Yeah,
It's relief.
Yeah.
and like a shit.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep. See you next time.